Hi, my name is Anna J and I'm a curious mind who wants to meet interesting people. That's why this show is called Whattaya Say with Anna J. So, should we go and meet somebody interesting? How are you? Thank you so much for joining Whattaya Say with Anna J. And guess what? I'm Anna J. Today, I'm excited because a lot of you might know that I have a little side hustle as a pet nanny, and I started off as a dog walker for Tailblazers, and then these new owners came, and we've always kind of like hung out and chatted in the shop, and I have finally had a chance. So I'm going to do the official one, but just to let you know, I'm a little excited. So my guest today has a passion for animals and is the owner of Kelowna's go-to destination for pet lovers. He and his partner are owners and operators of Tailblazers, a health food store for pets that's as much about community as it is about kibble. I made that up. I can't wait to have a chat with John Barr.
Hey,
Hi.
Anna. How are you?
I'm so happy that you're sitting on the couch with me.
I'm excited.
I know. So you guys, I know that you came into town. You're not from Kelowna, but you have a history of Kelowna for a long time, right?
Yes.
Because I just found out that you actually worked in this building for many years. So
many years.
Tell me a little bit about that before we go on.
So what year? So 2000, it's actually an interesting story. So I was supposed to start work here at Shaw back in 2000. And me and Barton had gone to San Francisco for a Madonna concert. And September 11th happened while we were there. And so I had to call in and say, I can't make it to work, which, I don't think there's a better excuse than that to not be able to.
No.
But yeah, so then I started here in mid-September of 2000. And yeah, I worked here
and
for
now it's
14
Rogers.
years. Yes.
Yay.
Yes, it's interesting. I had a desk right outside this studio.
And I made you look. I made him look, and it's now the sound technician's desk. So it's like This is so amazing. So has it changed in any way since you've been here?
Yes. Well, there's a lot more walls.
There's a lot more.
But the thing that I always remembered is there was always construction going on in this building. They always like to mix it up. So it was not surprising to see so many differences here.
Well, I love the fact that it's quiet now, because now that inside the recording studio we can chat, and the sound is really good, and the lighting is really nice.
The lighting it's bright.
And you look gorgeous, darling. So tell me a little bit about this. You're very passionate about animals, and Tailblazers, the one reason why I wanted so badly to highlight it is because we treat our pets like family, but sometimes we just feed anything. We don't know, we didn't understand the nutritional value of how dogs and animals need just as the food that we do. So is that one of the reasons why you took over the franchise of Tailblazers, or what? Tell me a little bit about that, because I know you're animal lovers.
Yes,
we'll dive into everything.
So I was working at Shaw, and Barton, he had a design job, and we always, we had pets. They were a very important part of our life. We always paid attention to what they ate and that sort of thing. And we actually had intentions of maybe opening a pet store like in the Sunshine Coast or something. We were thinking, we love the ocean and stuff like that. But then we went and visited, and we were like, I think we're a little bit young for this area. And so then we came back then we were in Kelowna. We lived in Kelowna and continued on. And then I started shopping at Tailblazers. And then in the winter, Barton got really quiet with work, and he's like, I need something just to do like a couple days a week. And I was like, go work at the pet store. They're hiring.
Oh my God.
And so he went and he started working at Tailblazers, and within a week, the owner was like, I think I want to sell. And so the rest is history. I stayed on at Shaw for a few years because, a new business, you want that income coming in and those things. So I stayed here for a couple of years, and
man, so it must have been the transition of when I left and when Barton started.
Yeah.
Because I was right there in they had another store. They were moving to you. And we were at the KLO section.
What a small world that you
Isn't
worked at
it?
Trailblazers. I
just
can't even
wanted
believe
to,
that.
Well, I wanted to walk dogs,
Yes.
and I needed an excuse, and so I just was like, hey, just in case. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I live across the street. I want to work
Yes.
here. And I started studying about the different types of brand, and that's when I got into dog nutrition. And this
Yeah.
is why I wanted to talk to you, because every time I go into the store, it's like a joy, because I know every single thing. I can pick anything off the shelf, and I know it's
Absolutely.
going to be good.
Yes.
And I don't have to read labels like when you go to a grocery store for people, you know.
Oh, totally.
You know,
and
that's-
we do a real deep dive. There's a lot of times where like a company wants us to carry their products or stuff, and we strive on transparency, and it means like transparency, like right from the get-go to like what are the animals eating and such like that. And so a lot of companies will think it's going to be a quick turnaround to get into the store, but it takes some time, and we do our due diligence, and we want to make sure that what the pets are eating is biologically appropriate and species appropriate, and
And I remember, I had to learn so much, and I had to learn how to do like pet first aid and things before I got into the store and things.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot. So thank you, because now I'm a really good pet nanny.
Yes.
Instead of just a mediocre pet nanny.
Yes, and you can
thanks
pay
for
attention to the labels and make sure that what they're feeding. You
Oh,
can be
I
like,
do.
hey, what are you feeding?
And actually, being Polish, Mama cooks food for the
Amazing.
pets too.
Yes, that's amazing. A lot of times people think, scraps and stuff aren't good for dogs and such.
Okay.
But as long as they're not heavily seasoned or things like that, real food is real food.
Thank you. I'm glad that you said that, because we can tap into that too. Because a lot of people say they don't eat people food. My dogs don't eat people food. And I'm like, well, food is food. But yes, I understand. We tend to put onions in our food. We
Yeah.
tend to put, season it with different herbs and things that are peppers and
Yeah.
that aren't really natural.
No.
So so that's amazing. Thank you. See, everybody, you can feed your dog things. So before holistic food, we decided I found something out about you, that you actually were a hairdresser in London.
No, so that's London Hair School was actually in Vancouver.
It was.
It was. It was actually really interesting. It was in Gastown. It was in Vancouver's first jail
Oh.
that they'd converted over. So it was a really cool building. And so, yes, so I went to hair school, but then unfortunately I got in a really bad car accident and I could no longer do it.
Oh, you and me both. We have
Yeah.
to talk about that.
Yeah.
Maybe we can talk about that a little bit at the end, because I'd love to.
Mine was
know
nowhere near as bad as
your
yours.
story.
But yeah. we
Oh
could chat.
man! And so that pivoted you.
It pivoted, but this is gonna kind of sound funny. It was actually a little bit of a blessing in disguise, because what I learned is I hate the feeling of people's hair on my fingers. Ugh, all the little hairs. It was like, yeah.
So that song, when people go, "Run your fingers through my hair," you're like, "Ugh."
Yeah, it's like you cut the hair and it's like all these little short hair fibers, and yeah, I hated it.
Oh man! Okay, you see, pet peeve.
Yes.
That's not on the questionnaire. How did? Okay, so you and Barton, you started the store together.
Yes.
Maybe we can talk about your love story.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. It's actually great. So 2 weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, we actually celebrated 25 years of being together.
Amazing.
So we've been together for 25 years. We've been married for 16 years. And so we actually met online. But this is like way back when, like it was like a DOS program. There was no pictures and all of this sending bad pictures and all that.
I love that.
And so we chatted on back and forth for a while, and then we met, and the rest is history.
And you were both living in Kelowna.
Yes.
At the time.
He was actually living in Vernon.
Oh, he was okay.
Yes.
So we had to travel really far to get a date with
Yes. That was back when there was no highway going through. You had to go by the lake. So
you. Oh, right. Gosh, that is a long time
Yes.
ago. I love that. When you met, what did you recognize that you guys could, be partners together? Usually people say don't work with your
I can appreciate that. When me and Barton first got together, so Barton was born in San Diego.
Okay.
So he actually had plans on going back to the States. And I was like, I am not going to the States, even though at that
Even
time
then,
it was,
it was okay.
yeah. Because, I loved where I had family here, I
Yeah.
loved being here and stuff. And so, yeah, as the relationship progressed and things moved on, and then, yeah, he's been here since.
And he's been.
But touching on working with your significant other, yes, I definitely say there can be challenges.
Yeah.
But I think it's really important that you know your lane. Like I deal with more of like marketing, social media, running of the floor, that sort of thing. And he is more behind the scenes. He's more dealing with the money and things like that.
Yeah. And hence why he's not on the TV, because he's like, oh, I'm glad that John's doing that.
He would never do this.
No, I said you guys should come on together, and he's like, never in a million years.
No,
Nope.
never. Yeah.
So when you are, because you do a lot of community-based things as well,
Yes.
and that's the one thing that I love is I see you at when I'm singing jazz. You might
Yes.
be having a booth with Tailblazers
Yes.
and pet things. So tell me a little bit more about your involvement with the community. I love how open book you are about pet health and pet community and the humane societies and Paws for Cause and
All sorts of, we are very fortunate because, without the community, we wouldn't have a business. So it's really important for us to give back to those causes that we feel important. And so like Pause It Forward, or whether it's Kelowna Chiefs we're doing some things with right now. I grew up actually playing hockey. There's a little bit that you didn't know about me. So I played hockey till I was about 13.
And what was your position?
I played defense. But it was nothing that I was ever really that into. Like my father wanted me to play hockey, and I was the only boy of 4 children. I was the youngest, and so I think he had some intentions of what I might be. But
Yes, of course.
but yeah, so I played hockey, and so yeah, it's interesting going to watch the Kelowna Chiefs and stuff. It just takes me back, like the smell of hockey rinks have a certain smell to them.
They do.
And it just kind of takes you back. Yeah.
Sometimes I have to work at the hockey rinks when bands come in as wardrobe, and I remember that.
Yeah, it's not a great smell.
It's sweat
Yes.
and blood, sweat, and tears.
Hockey bags and just gross. Yes.
Is that better than hair on the
Oh, see, the hair thing is just like, it's just one of those
texture
things.
thing?
Texture.
Yeah.
And like it would stick it, like it would like poke you in
And
between
that's
your fingers.
crazy because pets have all this hair.
Yes, but I don't know.
Isn't that weird?
Maybe it's because the pets I feel the unconditional love from, whereas
but not
humans,
from dead hair.
humans are like, hey, you cut that wrong.
Yeah, I have unconditional love for my hairdresser, though.
I have to say, I do as well.
She does a great job on coloring my hair, and I look natural.
You do.
Thank you.
It's amazing the tricks and trades they can use.
Well, I haven't got gray yet. That's weird.
I'm.
And at my age, I'm not. I should be gray.
I
So
am not.
that's-
I'm gray.
Oh, you. Okay, I'm going to just go back up to this. So, your business is more than just a pet store, it's a community hub. How do you balance giving back? Oh, I just did that. See, I know the questions already, I'm just talking to you. What's something about you that people wouldn't know?
Well, me playing
Of
hockey would be a
course.
big one.
See, I'm always answering my own questions.
What else? I don't eat anything with 4 legs.
Really? Are you a vegetarian completely?
So I eat chicken and fish, which I have to say is I'm even starting to not, I'm eating less and less. But I have a weird analogy where if you're going to eat it, you should be able to kill it.
Right.
If it came down to it, I think that I could kill a chicken. I grew up fishing.
Right.
But cows and pigs, they just have those big eyelashes and those eyes and stuff. And so, yeah, I haven't ate beef or pork for probably 15 plus years.
I know. And this is why we pray before we eat, because when I'm eating meat, I always just say, thank you for giving your life so that I can have. So I get it.
Yeah.
I try to be vegetarian when I feel that the quality of the meat isn't good.
Totally. Like, I think it's important to know where
Yeah.
your meat's coming from, and yeah, we've got great places around Kelowna that, can
Yeah.
get some local meat and stuff like that. And
And it's hard. I mean, this whole kind of conversation about it goes so deep.
totally.
let's take a little break, and then I'm going to talk to you about more about whatever we want to talk about, because I am enjoying my conversation so much that I forgot we need to take a break. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so we're back with John Barr, who is one of the owners of Tailblazers, and we've been talking about Kelowna stories. We've been talking about love and how they met. The partners, not just the puppies. But I do find out, John Barr, we're back for more questions. I did find out that you have 3 whippets.
I do.
Oh my goodness. Now, have you always had a whippet love?
Yes.
Or you just like Devo? Huh? Sorry.
I have always liked whippets, and Barton and I had Shih Tzus before.
Okay.
And they were great dogs. Jackson, you probably saw him around the store. He lived until over 20.
I know.
And I always liked whippets, and Barton never really understood my love for whippets. And then one of our employees, Allie, adopted a beautiful whippet named Vincent, the white whippet that used to always be at the store.
Oh.
And Barton met Vincent, and he's like, I get it. And so then we got our first whippet, Finnegan. So we've had him, he's just about 12. And then we have Sadie, and she is 10. And then we have Tate, who is 4. Tatum. Tater tot.
Oh, okay. Now, tell me about life living with 3 whippets, because you have to have quite an active life then, because they're runners.
They are.
They love a trail.
But a lot of people think that, the whippets, they need a ton of exercise.
Yeah.
Not true.
Really?
They need a good half hour a day of running, but then the rest, they're like, show me the duvet. They're in the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty mellow. They're a great apartment dog. They're just an amazing breed.
They're so beautiful and elegant.
They're beautiful. They don't have a lot of known health issues.
Yeah.
They're just, I can't say enough about them.
Let's dive into that a little bit, because in your experience with Tailblazers, how some people are hesitant, or they get the wrong dog because they maybe are not that active. And my assumption for whippets is they're like greyhounds. They just need to run all the time. They get the zoomies, I get it.
Yeah.
So you need a little bit of time outdoors with them. So
I think because people put the racing thought into it with the dogs, that they just kind of think that they just need much more than they do. Yeah.
What do you feel is kind of like, if somebody wants a bigger dog, and they're not that active, what's one of the best dogs for them?
That's such a hard one, because what I may like in a dog, you may not like in a dog.
So it's personality.
I'm not a fan of a big furry dog, whereas there's a lot of people that love
your hair thing.
Love a golden retriever or something like that. Which amazing dogs. I don't want people coming after me about golden retrievers.
No, I love
because they're
them
amazing dogs, but they drop a lot of hair.
Yeah, they do.
And so I think you have to look at what the breed requirements are. So whether they need grooming, or whether they,
Yeah. And whippets don't need that much grooming. No.
And one of the best things I will say about the whippet is they're like a cat. So we can go hiking, and they get in the mud, they will have themselves cleaned by the time we get home.
Oh my God. That is beautiful.
They're super
See,
clean.
now I get that hair thing, because whippets have really short hair. So you don't have long-haired dogs. No. Oh, see. So you're finding out something about yourself that you didn't know.
Yes. And I don't need to take them to the groomers.
Yeah.
Finnegan, I honestly say in this 12 years, he's probably had 2 baths.
Right. Do you have to clip their nails?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take care of their nails and their teeth and
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people that are maybe on a budget, what kind of food would you recommend? Most breeds, I would come to you and I would ask you specifically, but what do you feed Finnegan and the dogs?
So I'm a raw feeder.
Okay.
Even with our Shih Tzus, we were a raw feeder. Just, I feel that it's biologically appropriate.
And when you say raw, you mean raw meat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I think, and what's nice is the pendulum's kind of changing with people, and as they pay attention to what they're eating, it kind of goes down to what their pets are feeding and such like that. There's a lot of great kibbles out there. I don't want to bash kibbles by any means. But yeah, raw has worked for us. We haven't had any really significant health issues with our dogs.
Yeah.
Like I said, our last dog lived to over 20.
I know.
So yeah, we have a wide variety of products in the store of all sorts of budgets. So yeah, we really got something for everyone.
And I mean, and I always go to you for the little treats because you've got freeze-dried treats and raw treats and real, things.
Yeah.
And so tell me a little bit about the chews. A lot of people, there's a significant controversy when I go to pets that they don't like their dogs to chew like bones versus the bully things.
Yeah.
So what's
some people aren't comfortable with bones. You have to just know the right bone for your dog.
Yeah.
You have to know proper sizing, whether you're using a soft bone or a hard bone, like the dog's grip strength, how strong their jaws are and stuff. So yeah, and I think that a lot of times people are more comfortable with bullies because who wants a raw bone on their couch?
Well, that's true. I do put sheets out, whatever I have, and I put it on the furnitures and everything, so that when it's dog bone time and I can watch a movie, it's like, make a mess because I'll throw it in the wash.
And I have to say is like so many people, like you said, when I watch a movie, they're looking for something to entertain the dog so they can just kind of have like some chill out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's kind of like children.
Yes.
It's like, go play.
I had someone in the other day was speaking of that, and they're like, I'm here for the bully's sticks. It's like giving an iPad to a child.
I
was like, I've never thought of that analogy. Not that I want to encourage like children and iPads.
I know.
But yeah, it's
true.
a very similar.
It's like focus.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to remember that because I have to say when I try to tell a customer or one of my clients, please just let me, it's good for their teeth, it cleans their teeth. Am I right when I say things like that?
Anything we can get the dog to chew on is great for their teeth.
Because I've got one customer that doesn't only feed soft food, and now their teeth have all had to been taken out, and because they didn't have enough.
Yeah, and a lot of times that also can be hereditary and stuff like that. Like a lot of small little dogs definitely have dental problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is that something that we can help with, or?
So like Jackson, who was 20, he only had 4 teeth. But he would eat like bully sticks and chicken necks and things like that. And we took care of his teeth. Like we did everything we could, but it was just with the breed and stuff like that. It's just,
Okay, but at least he lived till 20.
Totally.
Oh my goodness. What is your thing that you do when you're unwinding? I mean, do you spend it all with the family and the kid and I call them the kids.
Absolutely.
And the kids, or do you on hiking outdoorsy things, or do you guys like cuddle in and?
I love hiking.
Yeah.
I love, and what I find is amazing about Kelowna is 10-15 minutes you can be out. I like to not hear the noise of the city. I love being out there, whether it's with the dogs or not. I find with the dogs it can be a little bit more fun and entertaining. But yeah, I love being out in nature.
Oh, okay. And that's Okanagan to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, John, we're getting to know you really well. And I'm going to take a little break right now, and then we're going to get to the nitty-gritty of who John Barr is, because I'm going to do that Whattaya Say Q&A with John Barr right after this. Right, I'm back with John Barr from Tailblazers, and we pretty much got to know him pretty well, and I feel like we're really like scratching the surface here, but let's dig deeper, because I've got the Anna J Q&A. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, these questions are probing. All right, best sandwich, Mr. Barr?
So I love a clubhouse.
Ooh.
But without the bacon.
Okay, I was about to say that's your thing, because I know even Jewish people who go, maybe I'll have a little bit of bacon because it's so good. No bacon.
I don't mind turkey bacon once in a while.
Okay.
But it's not the same.
And what kind of bread?
Sourdough.
Sourdough bread?
Sourdough.
Delish.
Only bread I eat.
Okay, good for you.
Well, I shouldn't say that,
healthy.
but yeah.
All right. What's one thing that you own that you really should throw out?
The list is long.
There's just one.
Shoes. I seem to hold on to shoes.
And what's one pair of shoes that you can't let go of?
I have these runners that have holes in them on both sides.
And why do you keep them?
Because they're comfortable.
Because they're comfortable.
And then sometimes I also like, well, I should keep these in case I ever have to go like in the dirt or something. This is I have this thought process on why I should keep things. And
2002, I was in Japan and Korea, and I bought some Adidas runners that were official, and they are not even comfortable anymore, but they're still there because I just think, well, if I just want to slip something on and go,
yeah,
I get it. What is the scariest animal?
a shark.
Okay.
Like I have like big fear.
Yeah.
Like
No, Shark Week is not your
not
favorite
thing.
week.
I wouldn't go. Yeah, I have a quick story about that.
Yeah.
So we were in Hawaii.
Okay.
And we're walking down the beach, and I was okay in the water the first few days. And all these people are like pointing. They're like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Oh, what's going on?" And they're like, "Oh, it's all the baby tiger sharks." Game over. I didn't go back in the ocean because where there's babies, there's big ones.
Yes. Oh, the little sharks. Oh.
Yeah, like
I could just imagine.
totally nightmare-inducing.
Okay. Okay, so now we know that. Apples or oranges?
Oranges.
Oranges.
Which is hard because we live in such an apple
controversy,
area.
isn't it?
Sometimes I find apples upset my stomach.
I know.
Yeah,
I
so
get it.
I enjoy an orange. Especially now, mandarin oranges. Easy to peel.
Yeah, easy to peel. That's the one thing that I love.
Yeah.
Have you ever asked someone for their autograph?
I have not.
Really?
Really.
You are only the second person I've ever met.
And what's interesting is like I have had many of opportunities. Like I shared an elevator with Reba McEntire at West Edmonton Mall when I was like 15.
That's amazing.
Yeah, like I've had these weird little things, but yeah.
Oh, see, I am a bit of a autograph whore.
Are you?
I loved just collecting it because I would just,
I think for me, like I kind of sometimes put myself in their position and how would I feel with all these people coming up and asking me for, I'm such like a private person. So yeah, there's no one out there that I would really,
But
because,
if they didn't ask, then,
but what do you do with all the autographs?
Oh, I know, I just keep them in a little book.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, oh yeah. And then it's more of a story reminder. I don't so much in my older age do it, but when I was younger and I was like, I had first moved to England or even in Kelowna, it reminded me of a piece of history because I'm a little bit of a hoarder anyway. So a memory hoarder is probably cleaner for the shelves. Okay. But anyway, it's not about me, it's about you. Least favorite smell?
Red wine.
Oh yeah, that's right. We talked about this. He does not like the smell of red wine, not even on my breath. Flat or sparkling?
Flat.
Okay.
It's because I used to drink sparkling like it was going out of style.
So now it's a flat.
Yeah.
Okay. Most used app on your phone?
It would probably either be the mail app or or Instagram.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, the mail app? What the heck is that?
I know.
Married man for 20 years, whatever. No, I'm sorry. Describe the rest of your life in 5 words.
Calm, loving,
Yeah.
sustainable, nature, dogs.
I love it. Okay. What number am I thinking of?
32.
No. But I have one number that I've always thought of only this one number. Last question. Do you think that Kelowna needs a new performing arts center?
Yes.
Yes?
I do. I think that anything that we can do to spotlight the arts of all sorts, I think that it's a great way for the community. I think it's a great way for our younger generation to get involved in things.
Very much so.
I just think that in a world where we're so social media, like tablet focused, as much as we can get out of that and watch something, whether it's a live play, whether it's the symphony, whether it's you singing in the orchards.
Oh yes.
I just think it's an important thing.
John Barr, we know you.
You do.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. And I just want to say, John Barr, you've been a great guest.
Thank you.
I'll see you next time, and see you then. What do you say with Anna J?